Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Andrew's Aviation. Right now I'm in Prague, and soon we got our flight to Stockholm today from Prague International Airport, so let's get going. So I know in the last video I didn't exactly fly Norwegian the right way, but for this flight, at the time, I was really determined to get a good value out of today's flight. Because what's the point of a budget airline if you can't fly on a budget? So with that in mind, let's get to it. So starting off with check-in, like most airlines, Norwegian doesn't let you check in until 2 hours before your flight. You'll also not want to check any bags to the hold and keep them as a carry-on as to save a few dollars. And because one carry-on bag is included in your ticket fee. Once through security, you have up to 30 minutes before your flight's departure time to do whatever you please. And hopefully you don't misplace your boarding pass in the process. But if you do, the Norwegian staff at your gate will gladly reprint you another one. Like all of Norwegian's current medium and short-haul aircraft, our aircraft today will be a Boeing 737-800. As for Norwegian's future fleet plans, their 737-800s are going to stick around a little longer and fly alongside the 737 MAX 8 and the A321LR. Like most airlines in Europe, once you're boarding your Norwegian flight, you'll board from the front and the back of the plane, depending on your seat assignment. I personally recommend boarding from the back of the plane as you get to walk around the aircraft and get some great pictures. Regarding seat assignments as you walk on, you can either pre-book a seat as you book your flight, or you can wait until check-in and be randomly assigned one. For this flight, I pre-booked my seat when I booked the ticket and chose seat 22A, which has a really good wing view. For any other av geeks out there that like taking pictures on planes, row 22 is a really good spot on the 737-800. Alright, now it's time to check out the seat. For a budget airline seat, Norwegian provides everything you might need for a flight for 2 hours. If anyone's interested in seeing a more in-depth review on the seat, please feel free to check out my previous video on Norwegian. During pushback, welcome announcements and safety announcements were made in English. Once we reached our cruising altitude of 33,000 feet, the flight attendants came around with the cart to pass out drinks and snacks. Now this time I can say I've learned my lesson that nothing is free when it comes to drinks and snacks on Norwegian. To give Norwegian some credit though, their prices are very reasonable compared to what you can find in the airport. Here's a list of all their menu items if anyone would like to pause the video and read. As for in-flight entertainment, I found it's best to bring your own things to do as in-flight Wi-Fi costs money. For more details on that, again, feel free to check out my previous video on Norwegian. But to sum it up, if you're looking to save money, don't buy in-flight Wi-Fi. If you are on a long-haul aircraft, however, Norwegian does have IFEs on every seat where you can watch all the movies and play all the games you want. So in summary, to save money on your Norwegian trip, pack as many things as you can into your carry-on that will fit into the overhead bin. Don't pre-select your seat and bring your own snacks and entertainment. That way, you can truly have a budgeted trip. As for my experience on this particular flight, I can definitely say that it was enjoyable. I've heard that there's a certain hospitality that Norwegian gives compared to other European budget carriers, and even though I've never been on any other budget airline in Europe besides Norwegian, I can definitely say I see why people say it. Now for the price of this flight. This one-way ticket cost me around $66 as part of a round trip Stockholm to Prague of $132. I'm sure there might be some better prices out there on truly budget airlines such as like Ryanair or EasyJet. If you want a cheaper price but not quite a full service carrier, then go ahead and book your ticket on Norwegian. I hope that by watching this video and maybe also my previous video on Norwegian, that anyone has a better understanding of the airline. And if anyone still has any questions, feel free to make a comment down below and I'll respond as soon as I can. Now, one last little announcement before I go. By the time this video is uploaded, I will have already gone off to university. I will try my absolute best to keep this channel going, but anyone may notice a slight decrease in the frequency of uploads, like instead of once every week, once every 2 weeks. But I'm not quite sure myself, we'll see how everything works out. Although I have no plans to fly Norwegian Airline anytime soon, I do have plenty of trips from this summer that I will be posting throughout my year. So with that, I will end the video here. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a dislike. And anyone is also welcome to leave their comments down below. So I'll catch you guys next time, and have a wonderful day, everyone.